Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Michelle, and today we're going to address some of your burning questions. Always, which Louis Vuitton bag do I buy? But specifically today, I'm going to address the question of canvas versus leather. Canvas, this guy here, oh, some people still do think she's leather. Nope, she's Louis Vuitton signature canvas versus leather. Now, as a former client advisor, I'm here to address these questions that you ask online. If you see these bags in person, I think it's really easy to choose, do I want this version in canvas or leather? But I know you go online for reviews before you actually go shop, which is really smart to do. Ultimately, it comes down to your personal preference and your budget. And that's it, what works for you. You can drown out all the outside noise. But since you are here, and I appreciate you looking to me for advice, I can advise you based on my experience as a client advisor, what sells, what people like, what's popular. Also, as an advisor in the store, I could look at the bag on the person, you put your things in it and really figure out if it's the right weight and stuff like that, which obviously you can't address online. But also I'm giving you my experience from my, not just professional, but personal and my opinion. So if you don't agree with my opinion, it's okay, don't get mad. And that's what, people get mad if I don't like your bag or whatever. But it's a piece of accessory and it all comes down to what works for you. So with that said, the first thing I am going to address is the, not even debate, but just a question of canvas versus leather. So this is the Louis Vuitton canvas. And so is this. There's two prints, the Monogram and the Damier Ebene. Most people love and adore the Monogram, and some people even think this is leather. It is not, and it has never been. It is modeled to behave like leather in that it's water resistant, it's textured, and it's very durable. However, the canvas of today, I would question its durability because I read all your comments about my bags cracking and I've seen it. I, as a customer, would be very disappointed, so I'm always pushing for vintage Monogram. Here are the pros of Monogram. I'm going to reiterate that Monogram has a very specific customer. Probably 50% of sales or more would be the Monogram customer. Some people just love the Monogram, or have a collection of Monogram, or have a collection of Monogram and Damier. It is lightweight and it is very easy to clean. Now, the third point is that she's durable. So the ones that I've used so far have been extremely durable, although I would question that in some models, like if it has, let's just say, I did a comparison of my vintage bag compared to my friend's newer Speedy, and I'm gonna link the video here. I'm gonna link the video below too. This bag is much thicker than hers. You know, it's a fun casual material and you can almost wear it with anything. Now here is something to consider that I also see and get questioned on is the Vachetta leather, this right here. By the way, I am not French. I'm saying Louis Vuitton and Vachetta, or Louis Vuitton and Vachetta. I don't care to pronounce it correctly. But anyways, I digress. So the leather here is nicely patinaed, you can see. The purpose of the bag, because Louis Vuitton was a travel company, that the Vachetta was never treated so that it gains the characteristics of the owner on its travels, which I think is a good idea. Like, I don't know if that's a good idea or what, but is what it is. So for me, it never bothered me because it is supposed to patina. Here is an example of a bag, it's a newer bag, and I don't use it. So she has a much cleaner patina, although this started out much lighter. So she has already started tanning. And if she gets to this point, I don't mind. It's okay. Here's another bag that I bought from eBay. It was heavily patinaed. Some of you said it's trash, sort of way, and some of you said, I can't believe you're bragging about your Murakami in our face. But anyways, the more that I use her, I think this is great. It's so patinaed, which I think is beautiful, and I actually don't have to worry about it because it's already dark. Yay. So I tossed this one in my Neverfull and throw it around, and it's great. If you can just not worry about it and think about it this way, we always talked, I had a specific manager always said this, it's like when you go buy a car, it's never going to stay in pristine condition. It will for a little bit if you really baby it, but after a while, it's gonna show wear and tear. Why can't people think the same way about handbags? If you're trying to keep it in pristine condition, it's a handbag. You're gonna use it and just don't. If it worries you that much, get the Damier Ebene that has the chocolate colored dyed leather, or get there's like Speedies you can get with the black handles. It's called Macassar, and now they have the Eclipse. I saw the Eclipse collection coming out, which is black on black. Point is, do not worry about it. If you're gonna worry about it so much, it's probably not the bag for you. Now, ways to take care of the leather. After it has patinaed, you can rub it with this Cadillac boot and shoe care. It's for leather, I promise. Any leather handbag. I put this on a microfiber cloth and wipe it down. Only after it's patinaed, because if you put this on a brand new bag, it is actually going to accelerate the patina, because anything that is wet that touches your untreated leather, here, this part's lighter because I replaced the strap. It will actually make it darker. It might cause a stain. I don't know. Anyways, that is what I do. This is an older bag. I lotion it to give it shine. It's just like, it's like lotioning your body, okay? You want to keep it nice and moist so it doesn't crack or peel or stuff like that. Again, do not put it on brand new vachetta. Now, in the store as a client advisor, that's exactly what we would tell you. And wipe down your canvas and even wipe down your leather with a damp cloth, like leather as in this. Like, it's up to you if you're gonna do it on your untreated or your unpatinaed vachetta. We never advise apple guard. I know what you're gonna ask. What about apple guard? There is no apple guard here. Michelle has no apple guard, so I cannot answer that question for you, nor would I ever use apple guard on my bag, just because I haven't had to. I'm the type of person, I might baby something for a little bit. That goes with anything, like car, jewelry, bag. Eventually you're gonna scratch that jewelry. Eventually you're gonna scratch that bag. Like, it's all inevitable unless you live in a bubble like Galinda. One can dream, right? Okay, now that I've told you all the benefits of canvas, I've got to do a commercial break from my sponsor, Italo Jewelry. They have sponsored me before. They have sponsored me this beautiful butterfly necklace and this turquoise cocktail ring, which gets so much attention. And I have to wear it with this, this green dress from Target, which can be casual with the butterfly necklace, or you can dress it up with these jewels. I'm gonna show you. I was so excited to find this dress at Target because it was $35 and love the asymmetrical hem. It's such a versatile dress. So let's just dress it up by changing the jewelry. Here I got an eternity ring. It's a baguette cut crystals on an 18 karat plated. And then the other piece, of course, with the holidays coming up, I was like, let's go for some bling. So let me take off the butterfly. This was from Italo, from like a previous collaboration. And it's such a lovely piece. It's so dainty and so feminine. So I love the butterfly. But for this season, I chose one of their best sellers, which is the graduated tennis necklace. It's a little bit larger in the middle. And I thought this would be the perfect way to dress up this dress. Okay, there we go. And there is a bracelet if you want to match that bracelet. Like I just said about bags, jewelry, cars, eventually they are going to get scratched. I have a tendency to lose stuff. The fact that this necklace is not diamonds, real diamonds, like, it's okay, because I don't really think anyone will think anything of it if it is or not. It just works with the outfit. Let me show you again, the rings, the necklace. They're such good cocktail jewelry, and I promise you, get so many compliments without having to be branded. Even the butterfly, we know she looks like a butterfly from a certain brand, but it doesn't have to be. It's really, really cute when I wear this necklace. So go ahead and check out Italo Jewelry. All the info is in the description, including a coupon code just for my viewers. Okay, now moving right along, we're gonna talk about some of the leathers. Here I have a version of the EPI leather, which is the leather that has the lines. It's very distinct. I don't remember exactly which year this came out. It was like 1998 or 1994 that the EPI leather was revived, because it's actually one of the original leathers. It was created as a tea box to hold tea, as Louis Vuitton was giving his friend like a tea container. I think it was an Indian Matahara. I should have looked that up before I started the video, but that's what it was for, to be durable and waterproof. Now, if you've seen my videos and you see me and Christy talking about Epi leather always looks brand new, always. If you see it in consignment, your Epi leather is going to look amazing. Unfortunately, it's probably one of the least popular leathers in the boutique. I do feel like because of social media, people really want the branding of the monogram. So I specifically remember that I had customers that were either all leather and never interested in monogram, or all monogram or damier and never interested in leather. And that's okay, because like for monogram, we always try to cross you over, like buy leather, because Louis Vuitton makes more money on their leather pieces. I don't know how, like they're making a lot of money with their canvas as well, but they always push us to sell the leather pieces, which is not a high percentage seller as the canvas. Here is another example of leather. It is the vernis, which is the fancy word for patent leather. It just means varnish. So I personally prefer some of these bags in leather because for me, it's more of a statement piece. And I guess I have enough monogram, and working there, I'm tired of the monogram, but I'm also one to carry bags that have color, pop, make a statement. So for me, I would definitely go for a lighter colored leather. A very popular leather that is in the store that I never went for is the Empriente. Again, it's probably just one of those things I'm tired of seeing it. And for me, some of my other bags that are leather are quilted, which Louis Vuitton doesn't really have a quilted, but they have the Empriente that has the monogram logo stamped into it. Empriente, it just means imprint. So it has the monogram logo imprinted in the leather, and that print or that leather, I think, is most common. Like I said, people are afraid of the Epi. They feel like it's too hard, and not everyone loves patent. It's a very small customer base that goes for these bags. So if you're looking for a common bag, it was going to be the Empriente leather. So I'm going to give you an example here. The Pochette Métis in canvas was very, very popular. You all know that, everyone was dying. It was the it girl bag. And this bag also was available in leather. And I think they both sold equally, but the leather was more available and there was a wait list for the canvas. I personally am over that bag, but it's also a style of bag that I personally wouldn't carry. But if I were to choose, I would choose the Empriente leather because there were reports of the canvas cracking and the glazing malfunctioning on those canvas bags. Plus, I thought if you get the leather version in any color, you could take off the crossbody strap, put a bandeau on the handle, and it's a lot more versatile than just having the canvas version. Some other things to consider, I did mention this already. Epi leather version of a Speedy, I don't think they make it anymore, probably only vintage. A Speedy Empriente is going to be heavier than a Speedy in leather. So put them side by side and wear them and see, think about it. Which one would I use? Which color goes better with all of my clothes? Now, here's a big consideration, which should not be a consideration, but I'm gonna tell you because don't be surprised if this happens. The resale value of canvas is much higher than the resale value of leather. Does it make sense? No, it doesn't, because actually the price of a leather bag, say you're gonna compare a Pochette Métis in leather to the canvas one, the Pochette Métis price in leather is going to be higher than the canvas. But when you go to resell it, now most people think, oh, it's Louis, it's gonna sell. It doesn't work that way. It doesn't happen. In fact, not a lot of people want to buy the leather, so there's more of a demand for canvas. On the resale market, I remember when the Pochette Métis was so popular that on the resale market, it was the exact same price or higher than it was in the boutique. Oh, case in point too, the new Pochette Accessoire. Retail price higher on Fashion File on StockX than it actually was in the boutique because you just couldn't get it in the boutique. That's not to say it's going to be easy to sell your canvas bags. You're still going to take a loss. You'll be lucky if you break even or recoup some of your money. And I know some of you have written and you do it very smartly. Okay, sell the ones I'm not using, rotate the bags. Understand you're not going to get all your money back. Now I have to bring this up because for some people, actually for a lot of people, it's a stretch to buy these bags. One bag costs more than my mortgage. If you think you're justifying it by saying it's an investment and I'm going to recoup my money later, that doesn't always happen. As I always discuss, there are reseller fees. It's sometimes really hard to find a buyer. You might have to wait months. It's just not something I recommend, especially because this is an accessory. It's a fashion accessory. Okay, so with that said, and if you've watched my videos, I do not have ties or loyalty to the brand. If you like the brand, now it's under the corporation LVMH, under Bernard Arnault, one of the richest men in the world. I do not care to make him richer. Go buy your bag pre-loved, fashion found, real, the consignment shop that I do live streams from, like anywhere, you can find these bags pre-loved. You don't have to have the boutique experience. If you want the boutique experience, it's like, okay, here, you want the bag, stick in the bag. There is your shopping bag and be on your way. It's not the luxury that people like expect it to be, unless you're VI, very, very, very important client. So with that said, also if you like the leather bags, go find a consignment because you will get a deal, like half or a third of what it will cost retail, which you don't always get with the canvas. The canvas, you're still paying pretty high prices. I know it doesn't make sense, but if you can have some patience, if you don't need that instant gratification, wait till you can find that bag resale because it will come up. Like this one, I waited a couple years and I did find her on eBay. I'll post the video when I got her. She was a dirty girl. And that's another thing though. I washed her. This is canvas. I washed her. The stank came out and it's like, it still looks vintage, but it's perfectly fine. Like it fits my needs and I'm okay with that. So the other two things to consider is the use and the function of the bag. Just because it's an it girl bag that you see online or you're looking for like somebody online like me to tell you yay or nay, I still don't know if that bag fits you. Like I do not want to see that nano speedy if you're 6'4", and I do not want to see you wearing a Neverfull GM if you're 5'2". It has to fit your proportions and it has to fit your function. Now, this is important because I know you're spending a lot of money on a bag and people want this bag to do everything. I remember this customer, she's like, I'm gonna go on vacation. So I want it to be my carry-on on the plane, but I also want to take it to dinner, but I want to walk around. So I want to put water bottles on it. And I'm like, ma'am, you're asking for 3 separate bags. So like I said, I know you're spending a lot of money and people want this to be there, everything. Like for $2,500, it better do a lot. I get it. Okay, as a sales associate, we're just like, oh, this bag is great, buy it, because we've got to make that sale. It's just like buying a car. If I were to go to Mercedes now and say, I want this G-Wagon, they're going to like make it happen. And I've made that mistake of leasing luxury cars, not a G-Wagon, but Mercedes. And I have, friends who are like, go for it, you deserve it. But nobody was looking at my finance sheet and car dealers will finance anyone. Anyways, I'm sure if I went to do that at a Ferrari dealership, they would say, ma'am, you don't have money to buy this. So we're not gonna sell it to you because it's just gonna come back. Bank's gonna repossess it. It's gonna come back. If I could, there are so many times my inside voice wanted to tell this person, honey, go to Coach, go to Tory Burch. Then you can buy the clutch and you can buy the shoulder bag and you can buy the backpack. And you don't have to buy it all at once. But then you can have multiple bags for different things and it's okay and your money will go longer, will stretch more, okay? People don't like to hear this. I don't know why. Honestly, because spending $200 on a bag is no different than spending $2,000 on a bag. The difference is $1,800. Yes, there's a difference. But in the end, you're still buying a fashion accessory and it's going to hold your stuff and it's going to wear pretty much the same. Now, the leather of Vuitton compared to Coach or the canvas, I've got some great Coach bags there that look newer than some of my newer luxury bags. Okay, people got offended, like, what's wrong with Coach? Nothing's wrong with Coach. Or, do you think I can't afford it? I can't be here, or they want to brag in the comments. I can afford it, you can't afford it, you're just jealous. Okay, no, I'm just pointing out the obvious that if you want multi-function accessories, especially in today's fast fashion atmosphere. Now, I would rather go buy a Tory Burch, a Rebecca Minkoff, and Michael Kors or Marc Jacobs and have several bags to rotate in and out rather than having one bag do everything. It takes a village, right? So my village of bags works out very nicely. Now, with that said, if this is a matter of validation, because we got to talk about this, buy what works for you. I've seen this in the store. I'm talking to you from experience. If you're that stressed about your vachetta, if you're that stressed about which bag to buy, and you come back and you're like, my sister didn't like it, I just want to buy the right one, and I did all this internet research, like, then it's kind of like, is it your bag? Do you like it? Or are you trying to impress other people? Which, yes, I do see people want to impress other people or fit in with their girl group by having a branded luxury bag. Now, if you're always searching for that validation, it's never going to end. You're gonna need the next thing, because then the next one has got a new bag the next month, and like, oh, okay, well then I have to get another thing and another thing. So there are a lot of questions I cannot answer. I cannot answer, like I said, only from my experience and my opinion of which bag is going to work for you. So I hope I spilled that all nicely. There would be customers that would come in and exchange the bag a week later and like, okay, wait, let me try 4 more bags because I'm still not sure. If it's that stressful, like, yo, just don't do it. Don't do it. It's okay, right? Because this is like people's monthly expenses in a handbag. Like I said, don't be afraid to go pre-loved, and don't be afraid of the never full. The basic boring bag. Everyone has it because it's so functional. This bag is like my everything. Also the comments of, I would never go buy somebody used bag. That's weird. This is not a handbag war. I don't put people down for buying a bag that is pre-loved. There's so many bags you can get that are even used once. I see it all the time. Okay, so again, bottom line, do what's good for you. Think of your function. Think of, are you going to use canvas? Are you going to use leather? How often are you going to use these pieces? Are you buying it to resell it? Are you going to pass it on? I don't know, like, and what if your kids don't even want your stuff? Because that happens too, okay? So these are all things to consider. I hope this video helped someone. And if it did help you, let me know in the comments, what was your last luxury bag that you bought, or which next purchase are you considering? And don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys soon. Bye.